record. So okay. Do you mind if I record you guys? It just helps people that couldn't come. So
No, that's fine.
all right, go for it, Ibrahim.
That's
So
fine.
let me go to
That's
the
fine.
next slide and you can say again about picking them up at the airport.
Yes. First
All
of all,
right, so-
hello everyone. Can everyone see me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep, we
That's
can.
great. That's great. First of all, I'm so happy to meet you guys. In a short time, we are talking about the tour to Egypt. So we welcome you always in Egypt here. That's why day one, hoping you arrive to Cairo Airport. Our assistant or our international airport representative will be waiting for you once you touch land and you get into the international arrival. He's going actually to make everything, and he's going to take responsible of all the proceed of getting the visa, luggage, and everything. And then the car will be waiting for you outside of the airport to pick you up from the airport to the hotel in a very easy liquid way.
And then day two,
Day
you'll
two,
go to
ah,
Cairo.
yeah. Day two, we have actually, one of the ancient seven wonders worldwide, and the only one what we still have, which is the highlight of the tour, which is the Great Pyramid area or the Great Pyramids area. And we are going to actually see that statue, the huge Sphinx. We are going to talk about that ancient, one of the seven wonders, and then we're gonna drive to the oldest construction worldwide, which is the Step Pyramid of Saqqara, where we are going to see the beginning of the engineering system worldwide. And then we are going to see the oldest city ever in Egypt here, which is called Memphis. That's going to be day two of the tour. Is that okay? Hello? Day three. Day three, as you see here, guys, is Karnak Temple. So once we get our breakfast at the hotel, or if we have the flight early morning, we are going to have a breakfast box. Then we're going to go straight from the international airport of Luxor to Karnak Temple, that huge building what you see right now. And we're going to see the forest of the pillars and the biggest and the largest temple ever built in the history at all, which is Karnak Temple. And from Karnak Temple, we are going to see the second part of it, which is Luxor Temple. And after that, we are going to go straight away to the Nile cruise. Day four. Yes, day four is one of the highlights of the tour as well, which is the Valley of the Kings. And where we are going to see the deepest and the most colorful tombs we have in Egypt at all, what they were dedicated for the kings of the ancient Egyptian New Kingdom. And we are going to see as well in this tour the most colorful and the magnificent tomb of the King Tutankhamun in this tour. Then after this Valley of the Kings, we are going to visit the temple of the biggest feminist of the history at all, the Queen Hatshepsut, or Hot Chicken Soup, just to remember her in easy way. And after that temple, we are going actually to move to the big colossal statues of Memnon, what they are considered actually the biggest two statues we have ever in ancient Egypt at all. And then we have the local experience of getting the lunch or a light meal with locals of the West Bank of the city of Luxor, and then back to the Nile cruise. In this day, we are going to sail and enjoy the view, the scenery of the Nile cruise. The Nile cruise is almost like a floating hotel, and from there, we are going to sail towards south to the city of Edfu. But before the city of Edfu, we are going to stop by the floating market and the lot of the Nile, which is the city of Esna, where is a big floating market over there. The temple of Edfu, what you see right now, is considered as well the most intact temple we ever have in Egypt, because we are going to see the temple from A to Z complete. The only thing which is affected, the colors. And why that? We are going to talk about it during our tour. Then after the temple of Edfu, we have another temple of the crocodiles in the same day, the temple of Kumombo, where the crocodile god and the falcon god, they were worshipped in the same temple over there. And after that, day 6, which is going to be one or another highlight of the tour, which is a driving way to that temple, what you see right now. The great temple of Ramses II, which is completely cut and carved in the rock. So this temple, what you see right now, is completely cut in the rocks from the same mountain. What makes this temple unbelievable that they moved this temple completely. So they relocate the temple to another location. We are going just for avoiding the flood and for avoiding the water after building the high dam. So they had to move it almost like 58 meters higher than before and behind almost 250 meters. This is one of the highlights. That's why we included it in this tour as well. Even we are going to drive for like 3 hours to get to this temple in the middle of Sahara Desert. Then driving back from the city, from Abu Simbel to the city of Aswan again. And day 7, we are going to do the temple of Philae and the high dam. This is the temple of Philae, which is the last temple ever moved. From the 7 temples, what we had to move them or what we had to relocate them after building the dam. And this temple, by the way, is supposed to be the love temple or the temple of the goddess Isis, the goddess of love, where we are going to see the legend and the story of Isis and Osiris, if you've ever heard about it. And after finishing this temple, we are going to visit the largest and the biggest project ever built in the last century ever, which is the high dam. The high dam, the way to see the difference between Nasser, the lake which it has all the life of Egypt, because it has the biggest amount as a reservoir of water of Egypt here. And then we are going to see the difference on the other side. We are going to see the hydraulic turbines as well of getting Egypt all the energy and the power that we have right now. Then getting our flight in the same day back to Cairo. So which is day 8 is going to be the Grand Bazaar, the Egyptian Museum, the Citadel and the Alabaster Mosque, and Islamic Coptic Cairo. The history of everything we have in the city of Cairo in this day. And day 9, it's an optional tour, which is going to be for the city of Alexander the Great, which is even called Alexandria, the same name of Alexander the Great, where we are going to see the library, the largest cultural building ever built in the history, in the ancient time and in the modern time as well. And that picture, what you see right now, for the deepest tomb ever cut in the history during the Greek Roman time and during the ancient Egyptian time. It's underground, almost 3 floors, 19 meters, or almost like 58 feet underground. And it's an easy access through steps to go down to this level of the After getting down to this level, we have another 3 levels underneath. And we are going to see in this tomb the largest and the biggest carving, stories over the walls of this tomb here. The curves, what they are over there, they are almost high relief, 12 centimeters. And we are going to see the Pompeii's pillar, the citadel of Alexandria, and having lunch on the Mediterranean over there. And then driving back to Cairo that day to relax a little bit, early sleep, and then we get our farewell dinner in this day, and then the departure the second day. The departure, however, is going to be, we have as well a different partial meeting. It's included, and we're going to pick you up from the hotel straight away to the airport with the same representative who's going actually to make everything easy for you to get your boarding. And then we say, see you soon, unless you have extra time and you want to spend with us in Egypt here. Is that clear enough? You did mute. You did mute your phone, your microphone. I didn't hear.
I muted myself, so it wouldn't be noisy,
Yeah.
but, yes, I think that was pretty clear. Everybody got the information. You can definitely see the beauty of those pictures. I have to say, I like I mentioned, Ibrahim was my guide when I went to Egypt, and we went to most of those places. There's a few new ones he's putting in there, so I have something new to do. If I choose to go, I'm probably gonna go. But because I still think at this point, people say to me, you know, I travel a lot. What are my favorite trips? My two favorite trips of all time still, no matter where I've been, are Egypt and Tanzania. I mean, those still just blew my mind. They're just so different than, you know, anything else I've done. And I don't know, I've always been fascinated with Egypt and history. You know, we spent a lot of time in our schools learning about it. So it's nice to go see all those things you've only seen in books. And they look so different. So different than everything you've ever seen, or all the drawings and all the books. And you just get there and go, this is it, really? It's really interesting. But anyway, so, you know, we went over, I mean, Ibrahim mentioned this stuff. You start with the meet and greet and go all the way through. Pretty much everything's included, except for a couple of the optional tour to Alexandria. And then, like, if you want to do the camel, you saw me on my camel, if you want to do that camel, but that was very inexpensive. The burial chambers that because you can decide how many you want to go in, but we took the package of 3 and just went into 3. Gratuities are not included, but otherwise it's pretty inclusive. And when you're on the Nile cruise, it's full board. So you're not paying for any meals for those 5 days, 4 nights. You're just paying, would it be 5 days? Because 1 day is a departure day. So but most of your meals for the trip will be included. And otherwise you'll have breakfast. And then we'll go out different places for dinner together, like we usually do when we're on trips.
Did it include the Great Pyramid? I wasn't clear on that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. The
not
ticket of
going in
the
it.
great, yeah, getting into the burial chamber of the Great Pyramid is excluded, but the Great Pyramid itself is included.
Right.
Okay.
You'll see it, but you won't, we didn't go in it. Yeah.
You don't
unless
go in it. Okay.
Yeah, but in case if you would like to get in, you can get in.
So we'll have time if somebody wants to go in. Is that right, Ibrahim? I mean,
Sorry?
if somebody wants to go in the Great
Yeah,
Pyramid.
we have enough
we'll have
time. We have enough time. We have the whole
Yeah.
morning is going to be actually at this one. The whole morning is going to be at the pyramids area.
At the pyramids.
Well, that sounds very interesting.
It should be a really amazing trip, I'm sure. I'm really looking forward to it. So any questions at all? Anybody have? Joni? Oh, you're muted. Wait a minute. I was trying to, oh, you have to unmute yourself. Just, yeah, there
Okay.
you go.
All right,
I
I
was
just wanted
trying
to
to
know,
cut down on as much noise as I could in the background, so.
I could look this up, but I'll just ask, what kind of weather are we talking about in April?
April
weather.
is the best, is the best month we have in Egypt here, by the way. This is the
Okay.
beginning of the heat. Yeah, the beginning of the heat and the end of the cold. So it's perfect weather at that time.
Okay, thank
Which
you.
is more or less, like 75 Fahrenheit. Your
Beautiful.
temperature, guys.
Beautiful.
Maximum is going to be 90.
Yeah, that's when I
Yeah.
won't go.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't want to go in that time of year. So good. I mean, I think if you guys want to sign up, you can just give me a call, send me an email. I'm put my information in the chat room, and I'll post this, and wait, let me end my recording.